Tempest and
Pebbles. Yeah,
Pebbles.
it was the Pebbles combination. Yeah.
Yeah, I did like how their
That's true.
lineup winded up very strong. And then same thing with Complexity, though. I think they had a pretty damn powerful team. It was Rally, Keeper, first pick of Master of Arms. They have that Master Keeper combo. A lot of defensive power in general coming out from Master plus Rally.
Yeah.
Uh, Compel obviously being a versatile ability, and then the lockdown with the root from the acid and the other two heroes. Man, I'm just trying to think of it right now.
They first picked the keeper. You mentioned that.
Yeah, I know. We got the
Okay,
keeper and we got the rally. Those came out of the lock pool. The first pick
that's
of the
right.
normal hero pool was a Master of Arms, and they followed it up with something. They've got to have a support
It
here.
was. Yeah. What was it? I want to guess before. Damn it, I can't think. It was Master of Art. No.
No, Master of
Okay,
Arms
never
is
mind.
the carry because they're going with the keeper and they want that lockdown.
Yeah.
Um,
There we go. Okay. Well, we'll see here. We are back in the game, so
damn
let's go
it.
ahead and jump back in. I
Yeah.
gotta remember. I saw
I
you
wanted
thinking, man.
Glacius, but he wasn't picked up pretty much
That's
all
right.
series, man. And then
Glacius
okay,
Pharaoh. Yeah. Pharaoh and Mumianda
Moon.
here.
I'm very impressed with Moon's Pharaoh, especially the positioning of his mummy walls and his
Yeah.
timing. Um,
All right. I think it's actually starting, Emperor. I think
It
we
is. It is.
actually have a
We already
game.
Moon is on their signature heroes. We see Keizu going to the suicide lane. We haven't really seen much map action. I think we had the Andro Tor. Was that this series? Oh
Uh,
my game is bug breaky. I actually have to reload my Han. You can
okay.
just-
HoN is
I'll be
breaking,
back.
man. HoN is breaking for everyone, apparently. It's good for me, though, so yeah, I'll stay in here, and we'll be good to go. Anyways, the laning phase. No pause to start out here, so I can talk about that right away. We do see them kind of going out. Tempest setting up to, well, deny the bottom lane, most likely. Of course, expect Keizu to eventually head down there. You got your Pebbles mid. Probably going to be a Luna Pebbles, and then Torture in that short lane, who will be matched up in a 1 versus 1 against Moon Meander. Playing the Pharaoh, of course. Laning phase, I mean, it doesn't seem like anything off the wall by any means. It's kind of what you would really expect. Although Rally's going the short lane, so maybe not so much that, but he is going the short lane. Probably end up being a Glacius Master of Arms mid, it looks like, actually. So maybe a little bit of a change up there, but still having that double range potential and a lot of spam potential, especially with that Glacius MOA mid, will be good for them. Going to be matched up, though, against the Pebbles Aluna here. Again, being played by,
I'm in.
Mystique inside. Back in? Okay,
Yeah,
good
I'm
job. God.
Oh yeah, shocking lanes right here.
There we go.
No, I mean I do like it though. I'm like sort of being sarcastic about it, but I do. I mean I think they laned it properly.
Yeah.
That's for sure. No real curveballs to be thrown in this lineup. Will we ever see Moon Queen in a Grand Finals match again in the rest of this cycle?
If State Green's in it, no.
Say Green's in it? No. Yeah, true.
They made it pretty clear. Just like going to there was a couple. I think it was last DreamHack Summer. Someone else made it clear that they had like a notebook of their strat notebook. The title of it was Ban Magebane. Back when Magebane was because the pick for everyone. So
Every team
kind
needs
of
a
the same
strat
here.
notebook going into a LAN, man.
yeah, State Green made it clear, especially now with their gaming house and everything, living in Miami. I mean, they watch replays together and everything. They sit downs and obviously take advantage of that as they should. So.
Well, they've shown there definitely is an advantage to living together. You can say, oh, if a team is focused and they want to win. But that, you can say when you're across oceans from each other, when people have their own lives and schedules. When you're in a gaming house with each other, that is your primary objective, pretty much in life. You are making that happen, and you are dedicated to the cause.
Yeah, and again, I really do think it's actually middle lane. Pebbles taking some pressure there. Needs to be careful. Just half-life. But I really do think it's that much more impressive, considering that again, they're doing this with no sponsor, with no true sponsorship. I mean, this is just simply on their own. Their family supporting and whatever, but they took it upon themselves to take care of it, and you got to get the props for that. So Pebbles again taking a lot of pressure in the middle lane, but he will get a health pressure. But yeah, as I said, a lot of just spam damage between Glacius and MOA, and they are taking advantage of it right off the bat here.
Yeah, it's a very powerful dual lane, the dual range, running it against the Pebbles. I talked about it before. Glacius provides so much lockdown. As a middle support hero, and it's part of why he's so strong. Aluna very powerful there as well, but only 1 second disable. Glacius gets that, the Ice Imprisonment. If he levels up to level 2, that's 2 seconds there. The additional slow for a few more seconds is a ton of turnaround potential. Usually you see that paired with the pebbles.
Top rune is going to be Invis rune. It will actually be picked up by Tempest. Yep.
I talked about I like seeing this, and
yeah.
He only has level 1 stun, but that 1 second stun is enough, once again, for an extra volley of auto attacks. It winds up contributing like 250, 300 potential extra damage if you time it right.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure he was spotted by this ward of sight here. It was very close, but you can see it. Complexity is like, yeah, we know you're Invis. We know that you're trying to be crafty here, most likely. And they're going to sit back. In fact, going all the way to the yellow camp here, they're just going to go ahead and farm the Antler healer over here and at least make something happen. So, smart heads-up play by Complexity there. And back to the middle they go once they realize Tempest is back in his own jungle. So, trying to take advantage of the Invis rune, unfortunately for Stay Green, though. Not able to get the most of it, however. Top matchup, Torturer being played by Slicks yet again. Is that it, Slicks, right? Yeah, they're actually switched up their spots. With HoN to it, obviously locks them like in a certain spot and color. So I'm used to the players being in certain areas, but Slicks is now in that light blue. He's usually the gray area, I believe. Anyways, he's up here at the top lane, and he is now 15-0 against your 17-1 Pharaoh. Wow. Moonmeander. Moonmeander actually doing a very good job up here at the top lane.
Oh yeah, you don't often see the Pharaoh get such a strong start in this suicide lane too. You usually see him have to hold on, and he's doing a great job there. Meanwhile, Rally, bottom lane versus his Bubbles, as you'd expect, with that hatchet, with that battle experience, is beginning to take control of the creep farm. Still, Bubbles holding on and getting the experience. This isn't one of those games where we see Ultra Gimp Suicide heroes. I mean, both these heroes are going to be able to get active pretty early.
Yeah.
And both these heroes very capable at getting active, so...
Oh, Pharaoh especially. That he can be dangerous. Pebbles in the meantime in the middle lane again, especially with that goo out. His armor just goes into the negatives, and he needs to be, in fact, minus 2.3 as we see right there if he's standing in the goo. So
beyond pure damage.
Yep. Needs to be very careful about that, as he was, buying his distance. But again, good job by MOA and Glacius for keeping up that pressure. As speaking of the bottom lane, again, Rally, he is having a good start, but like you're talking about, Bubbles also having that good time. Pharaoh in the meantime at the top lane in a little bit of trouble here. Tempest running in out of mana currently, though. He's already stunned, spawning the minions. He's getting himself blocked a little bit. Torture still running chain reactions. Well, Moonmeander trying to sidestep. Not enough, though. The final auto attack not going to kill him, however, and Moonmeander will survive. So good job by him, and staying alive here at the top lane as he's going to go to the outpost and get a health potion here, it looks like.
Yeah, Pebbles still keeping up his CS despite the amazing harass coming out from Master. Still really difficult to stop him. I mean, he's got 72 to 78 base damage plus that hatchet on creeps. I mean, even if you're putting out the harass, as long as he's getting that regen up, he's going to be able to trade last hits, no problem.
Yeah. Pharaoh is up there with the top of the game and farm, by the way. And again, he's actually the best right now in GPM, 321 gold per minute. So avoids death right there and happens to be at the top of the game and farm on top of that.
Yeah, and look at bottom lane. Bubbles actually establishing some lane dominance here. Rally is level 6, but brought down very low. Health pots have to be getting ferried over. They are.
Yeah. Needs to be careful. Shell Surf. Ooh, it is going to be missed. But
almost a huge play by KZoo.
Yeah. That would have been Bloodlust, too.
Yeah, he had to take a gamble, though. I mean, he didn't have total vision. He just sort of went for it, didn't land it. Oh well. Haxer, meanwhile, is picking up Mystic Vestments in this middle lane. Riser is ready. They sort of want to bait it out. And with Mystic Vestments here, maybe they can do that.
See him getting rid of the Minor Totem right there for it, so has that potential. Pharaoh is level 6 now, and you mentioned, especially with Pharaoh and Bubbles, I mean, both are really those suicide heroes that rely on at least getting that 6 mark, staying alive, and then setting up some kills elsewhere, perhaps. So we'll see if Moonmeander moves.
Look, he's got pretty much Helm of the Black Legion already. If he's going for it, he's got.
He does. 50. Wow. Yeah, not getting boots yet, but hasted Pebbles thinking about running up here, but Moonmeander already falling back to the tower. Pebbles instead going to go back towards the mid lane, trying to catch somebody, but again, Master of Arms, are they going to dive? Yes, they are. Keep the forces not nearby. Still, Lagamite's coming out the power, though. The Shell Surf on top of that. There's a Song of the Sea. Master of Arms, will he fall? No, he barely stays alive. Yes, he finally will fall. Z-Freak gets the kill. Again, keeping the force just wasn't there in time. He is going to root Bubbles, though, and Bubbles will die as a counter at least. So they do make it a 1-for-1, but Bloodlust kill in favor of Stay Green.
Right, and they killed the He's sort of the momentum hero a little bit for. I mean, they have a lot of different initiation options, so not the biggest deal if the master dropped in the end. Now that I look at it,
Yeah.
Still, imagine if Keeper was there, man, still waiting. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to take the risk because obviously, if nothing's happening, it's just wasting time sitting there. But if he was there, man, that would have been such a huge turnaround.
Yep. Yeah, that's why. That's the first thing I looked at when I saw the king coming. Where was Keeper? And he was unfortunately just deep in his jungle, so not able to set up that turnaround here. But as I talked about, I mean, you would also like to see maybe a homecoming stone now on this Pharaoh. He did finish that. Excuse me. He did finish that helm with the Black Legion, but getting that homecoming stone on him, allowing him to port him in cases like that, and be able to wrath the Pharaoh in and whatnot would be good. In fact, might look to use it right here. Yes, he is. He's going to jump in on a Torture. The Mummy Walls go up. He has a level 4 torment, so he's already used it, though. Glacius just not able to get close enough, really, and Torturer will stay alive. So, not sure what caught Glacius so occupied. It seems like he was close enough in the beginning, but
Just slow, man.
Yeah,
Something you start backing off, and
he's a slow hero.
yeah, it's not like the player's slow
Yeah.
hero right now. No boots, and I mean, when tried to make a play in the end, he held off the tower. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's see how everyone else is doing. 330 GPM here on Torts. Yeah, keeping pace with the Pharaoh.
Oh, the Luna's dead.
Yeah.
Going for the top rune. Glacius got there first, though. Rune didn't spawn top. It did spawn bottom, which was actually picked up by Pebbles, a double damage. But Rally being there with the Luna just guaranteed the kill, of course. So
Yeah. And talk about dangerous player-hero combinations. Riser here on this Keeper of the Forest.
Yep.
That's almost his signature hero, so to speak.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, at least for me, when I think Riser, I definitely think Keeper. So plays it very, very
We
well.
used to call him the Kraken specialist or tank specialist, but Keeper of the Forest, definitely one of his namesakes.
And again, the good old Keeper versus Tempest matchup. I really do want to see the win percentage of Keeper versus Tempest. Obviously, there's so much more in the game that can make for results. As Moomian are actually in a little bit of trouble here. He tried to deny the tower. Good job though between Torture and Tempest, and they actually hold it off. So Pharaoh's more than fine, but tower kill successful by the Hellborn side. You see the Stalagmites attempt in the meantime in the middle lane from Pebbles. Not going to hit though. Not really the most damage done. But yeah, I would love to see the win percentage between those two heroes in the end, because they play so much against each other, it seems like. It'd be kind of interesting to see if it's near 50-50 even. But
it's also more curious to look at not only just the heroes. I think it actually tells you more when you look at the teams that run each of those heroes and their win percentage individually with those heroes.
Yeah.
And the player in specific.
True. Very true.
Just looking at the win percentage of the two heroes doesn't tell you enough, because I mean, there's
course.
teams of variable skill levels, teams that can pick whatever heroes they want against maybe teams that are in the same division as them. Even in the Diamond Division, the higher end versus the lower end, they can sort of pick Troll sometimes and still get away with the victory. So,
yeah, I mean, there really are a lot of stats out there that, again, I'm obviously stressed that I'm a big stats guy myself, and it would be fun to be able to gather so many, but unfortunately don't have access to all these just yet, at least. Maybe in the future. Got something, though. Deep the tower in the middle lane is being pressured pretty heavily here. Are going to have a vote to pause coming out from Complexity, but tower is very
I hate
low.
pauses like that during moments like a tower's just about to drop or people are shaping up. Tempest is looking like he wants, potentially set up a defense here. That being said, it's fine. Haxorn's timed out. Rough. Oh, God, he's having such a...
Yeah, he was the one having the check
Not
connection
now,
issues.
not now. Not during this kind of a game.
Well, if it was to happen, it's bound to happen now, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, better it's happening earlier than later.
Yeah, that's true, but I hate to see that.
Given the history, I do not want to see this happen.
Yeah, well, no one does. Nobody does. Unfortunately, gonna have to deal with it for now. I hope that he does resume and does come back shortly with very little issues. But I mean, yeah, he was definitely here in the middle lane with them, but obviously because of this disconnect too, he's fallen all the way near back to base. So it may make a little bit of difference here on the push, but really getting him back in the game is priority right now.
I feel, I'm not sure if we'll end up going the Barbed Armor or Hellflower route, but if he does go the Barbed Armor route, I feel like that is pretty good against Torture. I mean, a lot of his AoE damage, it's coming out no matter what, and he's not stopping it. If he wants to have an impact on the fight, he's got to lay out that AoE. A Barbed Armor on a hero like Pharaoh could do a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, the good old waiting game. Good old waiting game. Slicks on Torture again. He seems like he is farming very well here. 320 gold per minute currently. Got the steam boots. They bring in the teacher, and actually, I do wonder if he's going to go for that Gnome's Wisdom again. we've been seeing him go for, usually right off the bat. Followed up by the
Might
short
want to
head and
tablet
whatnot.
this game. He is against a Pharaoh.
True.
Also, we might even see the Tempest pick up a tablet this game instead of the Portal Key Rush, given that they're against the Pharaoh as well. Or the build-up items. They don't have another hero that's going to be picking them up, so if someone's going to be picking up an Astrolabe, more of those supportive I see this game playing the Tempest.
Yeah. True.
There's Haxor, and he's back. It looks like he was sort of forced back to the base, though.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate, because Complexity, I think they feel pretty good about where they're at this game. They're up 2-1. They have a little bit of the experience edge. Moon Meander fared very, very well in that suicide lane, playing off against the Torturer. Early Helm, he's got his boots flying out to him or something. I saw 500 plus gold, and it's now spent, so I'm assuming the boots. Just an overall nice pacing to the game, pretty even game so far. You don't want to have to see this kind of a thing reset, so hopefully this is...
Okay, we're good.
It's always, yeah.
It's always S2's fault. All right, back into the game we go. Okay, let's hope that we are good on that. And as you said, I mean, it is definitely a momentum kill. And actually, we see right away, Keeper the Force going to be gone right here. In comes Bubbles with the kill. Feel the invulnerability was using the tower. The Revelation goes down. Riser in a lot of trouble, and he will be comboed down as a result.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, again, it was their teams were the ones that paused in the first place. So it's
yeah, no, I know.
It's not like Stay Gate's fault by any means.
To see that happen in such a high pressure moment, especially given the fact that Haxor and White would might have been there.
Yep.
He was sort of running back to base because of the disconnect.
Yep. Oh, he definitely. I'm pretty sure he was. So, unfortunate, but game moves on, life moves on. It all's good. 11 minutes coming up now. The stats, fairly even after that exchanging going on right there. Keep it the Force, of course. He'll have to resurrect now. Head back into the jungle most likely. His farm is around 255, not bad. Rally's farm has really started to jump up quite a bit, up to 336 right now and counting. So BK doing a pretty good job there, working on the Helm of the Black Legion, it looks like, for him. And then also the Pharaoh being up there again. So again, Master of Arms. He's not really doing the best compared to everyone else right now, but he's still doing solid at least.
Well, he's not doing. I mean, compare him to the Pebbles more than anything. He's not doing too much. He's got a little bit higher CS. Has taken the death. Pebbles got a kill, but not a big deal. Pharaoh does have the Chalice completed now on top of the Helm, so that is infinite mana pretty much for him. Able to spam that low mana cost, not that low of cooldown, 15-second cooldown rockets. Will definitely help in this map control.
Z-Freak, you were caught.
See ya, buddy. It was
rocking
nice
a hard place.
Master gonna get the kill. Master gonna get the kill.
Nice. That's good.
He needed that. He needed that.
Yeah. Now, I do wonder, we're probably going to see that right here. He's going to counter ward this ward aside that was just placed by Z-Freak.
Yes.
He's going to try to stack it first, but they'll realize quickly. Right? They'll realize really quickly that, okay, it doesn't stack. They must have warded it, so.
I was also talking about the Moon just rocketed the enemy agents. So
did he?
On target with that.
Oh,
yep.
There you go.
So preventing them from even spawning.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I mean, having Pharaoh, good for that. In fact, he sends one over again and sends it over to the tower even. But yeah, definitely blocked it right there. So well played by Moon Meander. Again, we'll see if that Rev comes out here on the Legion side now to take care. In fact, there is one on the courier here.
Look at those rockets, man. Non-stop barrage harassing the map.
Yeah. Level 4. Max those out first. So, bottom lane. Yeah, what happened down there? Rally.
I saw it all. Pharaoh rocket came in. I don't actually think it hit. It did get vision. I think it just missed
He got
barely.
Assist.
Rally came in, went with the stun. Bubbles got the take cover off, but it was before the shell surf was even cast. He tried to shell surf afterwards, one auto attack, and down he went.
Well, Moon Meander did get the assist for that, so.
Maybe the rocket did hit. Forgive me.
Good for him. And now Keeper the Force obviously joined up with Rally, and here comes Master of Arms too. They're going to put some pressure here on the tower now, so, well, maybe a little bit. We can actually Keeper the Force going back into the jungle here. So I guess not as much as I assumed. Without Keeper especially, not with much presence, so yeah, they are going to fall back actually. As Keeper would rather invest his time in the jungle currently, not looking to push that tower just yet at least, so.
Master helping Keeper with a couple of the creep kills there. I was wondering if Keeper was going to give Master the farm. Nah, I kept on going. Yeah, using that is such a good farming tool, man. It really is.
The goo?
The acid bomb.
Yeah.
The acid bomb from Master.
Yeah. I call it goo. So much easier, but yeah, acid bomb.
Yeah, I guess. I think of goo, I always think of Armadon, so I have like this disassociation going on.
Fair. Gnome's Wisdom is the choice for Slick, so he's bringing this item back on the competitive scene apparently. Never see this item anymore, but or haven't seen it really for a long
if
time.
there's a hero you want to see it on, though, it's a Tor. He's going to the sideline. He has the Ring of the Teacher anyway.
Yeah.
He needs the item slots for some of the smaller pickups, the Shrunken Head, what have you. He wants a farming tool. It's sort of like a Battle Fury, so to speak, for him. That's kind of why.
Yeah, I mean, you did talk about the tablet, and especially against that Pharaoh here, so.
But yeah, just it doesn't give you the mono region, I suppose. So
yeah.
just his choice for the game.
Okay, bottom push is going to happen now.
Yeah, and Torture is positioning to try to do something about it. I mean, they're ready. This is going to be a very big fight if they choose to let it go down.
But you see the power of Pharaoh right there. I mean, he scouts out with the rockets, got plenty of information as far as who's there, and they're going to get the tower.
In addition to the scouting, man, a couple rockets softens up the team. They feel really hesitant to initiate, especially when you're looking at squishy heroes like Torture, like Illuna. They don't want to get up in there.
You see right there, another rocket going. I mean, that's 200 magic damage. Yeah, 200 magic damage coming out.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking Astrolabe might be pretty good coming out for Hellborn at some point, just to sort of mitigate the effectiveness of Pharaoh's rockets as they slowly whittle them down during these aggressive pushes. Look at that! Look at that! 2 rockets. I mean, and then the fight starts, and they're already sort of at 3/4 HP. That's pretty damn effective.
Yeah, complexity. They're going to keep this going, it looks like. No reason to stop, apparently. They got the Ghost Marchers just finished up with the force right there. Pharaoh on the front ground, taking the chain reaction stun, as well as some tower damage, actually. But especially with the Helmet of the Black Legion, it'll be fine. And it looks like complexity. They've had enough of that. Don't want to keep it going too much here at the secondary tower. And they're going to fall back to farm some more as Rally actually pushed to the top lane. He, too, is bulking up quite a bit. So
I do like complexity's lineup a lot this game. It does feel very well-rounded, and I don't really see any significant weakness in it. They have a strong enough late game coming out here with the Master of Arm. We talked about the lockdown that Keeper provides with him. Superior initiation coming out here with the Rockets, with the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Barbed Armor, as is talked about as a selective pickup, maybe proving to be very effective against them as well. Extra defensive power from Raleigh. I like it a lot. I just like kind of where it stands for sure.
Yeah, this definitely is a bulky team here on the complexity side with that Rally, the Keeper, and the Pharaohs you mentioned. So, Master of Arms definitely going to be the good amount of their damage dealer, as you'd expect, of course, being played by Haxer in here. He's got the early Energizer. Tablet picked up on Tempest, by the way, so Chessie does choose to go the Tablet route himself here. Again, especially against a Pharaoh. Wanted to get that utility tool. Where's Pebbles? Pebbles has about 1,100 gold saved up. Farm some more yellow ancients, or not ancients, but yellow jungle camp right there. A little bit more farm, but
yeah. Z-Freak with that ward down the middle. He placed it without anyone seeing him place it, so it should, unless complexity gets an idea that that's there, it should be doing some work for him for a while. Trying to look at any other unique wards on the map right now. I mean, there's some scouting out advancement here on the bottom lane from complexity from Franzi. Nothing really else. Well,
yeah.
No, we got the sentry ward. I like that positioning for it. You see it behind the ancient camp right there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, that's actually I'm out of my mind. That was actually the Sarah to counter. I
was gonna say
that's not gonna do anything. Yeah, no, just nothing really of note then.
That's not blocking his own ancients, is it? I don't think it is. I was gonna say.
I was like looking for something, and I saw a friend, and I just got, I was like, oh, maybe that. No.
Yeah, that was from earlier. Top tower, we got Stay Green, a couple of heroes up there himself, but 5 heroes for complexity all making their way up here. Level 11 Keeper of the Force, by the way. He is invis currently, but there goes the revelation. So again, both these players, Z-Freak and Franzi, continuing to just do great when it comes to that support role.
Yeah.
And a lot of wards coming out.
They are out of wards of revelation though for Hellborn right now. Let's see what's flying out on the courier. There is some dust.
Okay.
And they do want this. Keizu actually purchased it.
Ooh, background. They were kind of clumped up. Pharaoh did land a rocket. I wonder if it's going to go in right there, but doesn't want to obviously force the issue necessarily. They're spreading out quite a bit too. They want maybe anticipating something like a Tempest initiation or Pebbles even, but as you can see, there's no portal keys here.
Yeah, just a great decision across them in general to pick up that dust. I mean, how annoying is it when you're trying to kill heroes? 200 HP, Keeper lands that invis. It turns fights around for sure.
Oh yeah. Definitely an annoying tool to deal against. Okay, there we go. The Parathos used, and right away the trees come out. by Keeper the Force. He's going to charge away at Ghost Marchers, but Hellborn team falls back, and for good reason. Oh, the Wrath of the Pharaoh just out of range right there. They're going to still go. In comes the root from Keeper the Forest. The Compel on top of the Pebbles holding his ground, though. Bubbles comes in with a counter. There's that shot. Keeper the Forest will fall right there. Pharaoh in the foreground. The Hellfire's up, trying to finish off Pebbles at least. The Tempest Ultimate going to get the 4 heals right here. Pebbles falls, but a big Tempest Ultimate from Chessie. In the end, though, now Chessie's on the run. Compel coming up. The Seismic Slam to take out Tempest there. And now Aluna and Torture are on the run, so it looked like a turnaround chance for Stay Green. But Complexity fights strong in the end, and they do come out on top right there.
Yeah, I mean, just shows you how comfortable they are with their lineup. Pharaoh, you know, the hook he casted into, I think he was blind there for a moment. Casted it trying to pick one off, or he would have gotten the double hook actually had it landed. But even with that missing, they were confident enough in their positioning, in the timing of that fight, that they could just go in and still do work, and sure enough, they came out ahead. That's got to make you a little bit frightened if you're SG.
Yeah, that was... Man, I mean, it was definitely a solid response from State Green, but the fact that that goes back to just the bulky factor and complexity, especially like this rally, and I'm not even sure who Master of Arms ended up using the Master's Call on, but no doubt I'm sure that helped absorb a good amount of damage, as it usually does, of course. So, got to be frustrating for State Green dealing in that case, and yeah, Complexity pulls a decent lead here.
Slicks is getting close to his shrunken head though, and looking here at Chessie, he's got his ring mail pickup, probably just going for those plated greaves to help deal with the rally a little bit. Granted, you know, battle experience, it does pierce a lot of armor, 50%.
Yeah. I'm watching Haxer in here. Okay. At least he's being honest.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. It's after the game starts, so they're allowed to pause more than 5 minutes, scope out the enemy team's wards, and come back after they have a good idea of how they can approach this map control.
Warding has been effective this series, so want to take advantage of that. Yeah, obviously I'm sure it's just maybe just a quick restroom break or something like that, but coming back here as we now approach 20 minutes in, so hate to see momentum killers like this, but it happens. This is the final game again. Just to keep reiterating that, of course. This is it. The winner of this takes cycle number 6 here for HoN Tour Diamond Division. Will it be State Green? Will it be Complexity? Complexity has yet to win a cycle. State Green has won one, of course. The only other one other than Trademark Esports, which was cycle number 3. Trademark has been the bane of both these teams in that sense, but not this cycle. They both get through them with 2-0 victories. And we are back in, so that's good. Haystrom bottled up on Master of Arms, by the way, so we can definitely look to use that here in the near future. Try to get some kills, or even in a defensive manner.
Yeah, well, this is part of the map control, is the rune control, and we've seen those runes like Haste and DD just do wonders in fights. Trying to see, I mean, Slick's getting really close to that shrunken head, as you mentioned before, only 400 gold off right now. That's got to be a lot of what they're sort of banking on. Pebble's still not able to pick up his portal key, but he is getting very close. That somehow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that was something I was just looking at too. I am actually kind of shocked that he doesn't have that portal key just yet, but he did go. You know, he wants some build-up items. Obviously, he went the bottle into power supply, and then even a Mystic Vestments. So it's spent a good amount of gold there, but. Still, I mean, we're now 21.5 minutes in. You usually like to see it by now. Pure Pebbles. He will have it about 22 minutes.
The way that gives it to him, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so he will have it here, but definitely a little bit later than I'm sure he wanted.
Yeah, Astrolabe now picked up by Keeper as well. No shocker there. We see that.
Yep. Of course, and even goes back to just helping me be more bulkier. What's up? Pharaoh on the barbed armor, I think, could be coming out here shortly.
Yeah, if he goes that route instead of the Hellflower.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Puzzle Box on a Pharaoh in a while, but I think there's this actually more efficient build-ups. I mean, we do see it occasionally. It's not something that's totally unheard of.
There was that forum post recently about that, and what is your take on that? I mean, the whole Puzzle Box. We never see Puzzle Box anymore. There's the barbed armor, by the way.
Perfect. It is honestly great. Going up against a Torque carry, he will literally explode himself. He puts out so much damage and doesn't have the highest health pool right now.
Yeah, that barbed armor.
My take on puzzle boxes, yeah, that's a bit weak. I mean, there's usually just items you want to grab a little bit sooner that have a bigger impact for the time of the game. That and the Rise of the Hellflower being pretty much the go-to pickup for a lot of the heroes that used to get puzzle box, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, the level 1 of Puzzle Box, only 2,700 gold. It's obviously not that much, but...
Yeah, but level 1 also is kind of useless.
Exactly, that's my point. The build-up is, obviously the level 3 is what you're really, really going for. And then, so, you're looking at another 2,500 gold there, so... okay. Apparently he had a quick hiccup there.
Hellflower too, I mean, just allows a lot of those fights to come off. And, you know, when BKB's being such a popular pickup, Shrunken Head, it really does make sense that people choose to go that route. It just opens up fights so much more.
Yeah, that Barbed Armor and Pharaoh, again, definitely will be huge for them. And next team fight, when the next team fight will be, well, not going to be happening just yet, it looks like. Although, yeah, they need to be careful in the middle lane. Pharaoh, he's thinking about maybe trying to initiate right here with that Wrath of the Pharaoh, but...
Yeah, I mean, Complexity is more than willing to play the stalemate game because they have the Pharaoh rockets.
Yeah. And they got a Master of Arms farming away.
Yeah, and they can protect their Ancients from getting warded very easily because of Pharaoh here. I mean, if they go for it, that hook's going to be coming out, the follow-up will come out. You'll see some dead heroes for Hellborn, so they're very content to do this.
Stay Green, making their move here. They got all 5 grouped up. Not going to go all the way, though. They start going uphill a little bit, but then they quickly turn around, so... It's almost as if they were trying to maybe beat a rocket or a Pharaoh initiation there, but...
They probably realize, man, that the Pharaoh's got the barbed armor. They don't want to just jump into this.
True,
They've got to be careful.
Yep. Ain't going to be easy. Master of Arms now maybe trying to bait. Here comes the Shell Surf. Not going to hit, though.
Shrunken Head will not save him from the effect of that either.
Yeah. That Shrunken will be finished in 50 gold here for Master of Arms. Speaking of that, he'll have one of his own. Huge against this Hellborn team. Invis on Pebbles, by the way. He just got that, so we'll see if maybe this is the go. Although there is a rep sitting right here on the ramp. And actually Pebbles doesn't care. He goes right in on the Pharaoh right there. Barbed Armor comes up, of course. He may end up falling right here, but plenty of return damage. He's still alive. In comes Keeper of the Forest, trying to get a root off. He'll be tapping forward right there. Can he get the root off just yet? He's being comboed. So Tempest all the way pulling him in, actually. Still no root for Riser. Will he? No, he will not. Down goes Riser right there. And that is going to be big for Stay Green. They get the 2 hero kills. All 5 are still alive. Pebbles goes back in. He's going to finish out Master of Arms. In comes the port, though. Keeper of the Forest coming back after the buyback. Desiree. No, he gets done again. He still can't get it off. He's silenced now. Finally, the root comes off. But will this matter in the end? Aluna's in some trouble, as is Torture. He's going to be frozen right there. Demoralizing roll coming out. Pebbles is nearby, though. Keeper of the Forest still wants that kill. Minions come out, trying to finish him off, but no. Torturer will live. Wow. What lockdown on the Riser right there.
Yeah, I wonder if I mean, it looked like there was a moment in between all the stuns where he could have been mashing out that ulti and gotten it off. And instead, yeah, he wasn't able to. He had to have been frustrated about that tablet. I think that was actually, was that Tempest pushed him forward and then ultied him in as well?
I think that was, I think that might have been Rally compelling even, or I know Rally compelled him initially, but I think, yeah, he might have got tableted else. Maybe that was him. I don't know. People were getting pushed around left and right, so. But yeah, he did get caught by the Tempest ultimate eventually,
and that gave Tempest a lot of I think, yeah, because I'm looking at, mostly you think he got pushed forward by the Rally actually to get closer to ulti. Yeah, that may have happened. Either way, Tempest was ready. Did land that big elemental void. I don't know, man. He knew he could go about that ultimate fairly safely because of the fact that they did pick off the Pharaoh. They had a lot of damage. You know, the barbed armor didn't totally tear Torture apart because they had everyone from the team pounding an auto attack. So that was sort of split up amongst everyone. Not the biggest of deals. And then with Pharaoh dead, they knew they could approach into the fight without having that Tempest ulti canceled.
Got double stack Ancients right here. Master of Arms will go back to that and start cleaning that up. So yeah, just again, a great play coming up for Stay Green, but the big picture, Complexity still in a pretty good spot themselves. Look at that rally, man. Level 16 rally, as well as a barbed armor, or not a barbed armor, but a barrier idol on top of the Soul's Bulwark.
Yeah, I want to see a portal key now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
always.
Top farmer in the game. Vika doing the work here. On that good old rally. 420 gold per minute about, so. Yeah, he's continuing to be a great presence in that sense, and grouping up with Keeper of the Forest down here, pushing the bottom lane a little bit. Probably going to fall back shortly. Doesn't want to risk too much, obviously. Slick's going the usual. He picks up a Blessed Orb there. So that Sheepstick definitely next in line now. Following the Gnome's Wisdom and Shrunken End. We've seen this build several times even today here from him on Torture already. It just works. Don't fix what ain't broken.
Oh, it makes sense why it works. I mean, it's the farming tool. It just, increases his durability in fights. He is using up a ton of mana, so that healing effect, while it doesn't work for his Torment ability, still, he has 3 other spells that he's spamming.
Bubble's actually investing all the way to a Sacrificial Stone here, so not saving up, tried to pull up so much gold for a portal key, at least right away. Going the Sacrificial Stone pickup, and of course you can just start to spam that now. This Legion team does have a good amount of physical damage, so you like that?
I do. Sure, I guess. It does. It's a little bit of extra armor against Rally. They're just trying to hold out a little bit longer. The Acid Bomb, there's a lot of minus armor coming out, so they're just trying to deal with it wherever they can. I kind of want to see, because they have a Burial on Rally, I do want to see that portal key coming out for Keeper of the Forest.
Yeah.
We saw last fight, if he had it, he would have been able to land his ulti. Just trying to walk up, they were able to silence him, respond to him, catch him in the Elemental Void, get that portal key, man.
And if anything, it's a fight like that, if he wasn't, for whatever reason, planning to go, it's like, okay, I need one. Because you're right, if he had a portal key there, that would have been a huge route to come out from him, I'm sure. So, speaking of that, what was I going to say? Keeper of the Forest? No, what was I looking at? I was looking at something. Oh, I forgot it. I'll come back to it, I'm sure. Anywho, seriously, what was it? God, this is bugging me. I had something. Hey, when that happens. Okay. Anyways, what do you see, Master of Arms? You think maybe that Firebrand next in line? Again, that seems to be pretty typical for him, too. Maybe play by Haxer in here. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. We'll see what route he likes to go here. But he does have that Shrunken Head Energizer pickup, of course, working for him. So, go from there. Tempest joining up with the rest of his team here in the middle lane now. Gonna start pushing it back a little bit. Don't want to give Complexity some push.
I was working for the Shrunken Head pickup. I did pick up the Mighty Blade. They're going for this. They want this tower. They want to force the fight right now. Keeper of the Forest, 200 gold away from a portal key still.
Rally did get his, though. He's coming over.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that pickup for sure. Can Keeper get it? Is there anything he can sell for it? Nah, he's just... He could, but it does...
It's not worth it. Yeah. Especially if they're not going to push you in the end, so... Which they're not. Again, State Green keeps kind of knocking on the door there, and usually we say that at the base, but they've been doing this now at the first tower here in the middle lane.
And we usually see them when they're actually, like, in the other shoes. Maybe they'll have 5,000 gold up instead of being down.
Yep.
So they do have to be a little bit more careful in a game like this. I mean, they don't have the momentum that they're used to sort of running.
There's the portal key.
So okay. See, they're right on track with it. They agree, and can't blame them. I do like that they got the Astrolabe build up. I mean, I thought it made sense for the time, but yeah, a well-timed portal key then.
Yeah. Got the double portal key now here on the Legion side, and the State Green grouping up yet again. Trying to push here into this first tower. It is fairly low, of course. Be
careful. They don't have the information. They don't have the scout, the read on these pickups.
The Rally they probably know by now.
The Rally, yeah, because the illusion and he showed himself. But the Keeper, no, not so much there.
Is this their word to say? Yeah, that is Complexity, so don't have to worry about that. Spotting them out. Again, State Green, they're like masking as if they want to push, and they kind of just quickly fall back and farm, and the rinse and repeat going on here for them.
Yeah, well, it creates map control in the sense that they're not spread out farming the woods, farming the lanes. When they're doing that, they're grouping up to try to defend the fight, just trying to slow down the pacing a little bit with that play. Meanwhile, Complexity's like, screw it, we're grouped up, we're gonna go for it. We want to fight you. Come on,
we're tired of falling for this. Yeah, you know what? We want to take the fight to you. Exactly. They got those portal keys now. They want to go in right here. Will we see an initiation? Pharaoh kind of off to the side. Again, he's looking to rocket in here with that Wrath of the Pharaoh rallying the front lines.
Good Swindle Melon's positioning. I was going to say it was pretty nice, but Pharaoh scouted him out with the direct rocket. Going to force him to change things up. Riser, meanwhile, staying very safe back there. Just waiting for the perfect moment to jump in. This is getting intense, man.
It is. This is a big deal. This really is a huge, huge deal right here.
If they jump here, I mean, the shell surf is down for bubbles. Helps a bit. Nah.
Don't want to force the issue. Neither does Complexity, really, but if they can get that Keeper of the Force jump in. You see the spread, though, coming out from State Green somewhat. Another rocket going in right there to scout things out. Still no initiation just yet. They have the barrier, I don't remember, too, in Rally, but maybe more so looking to use it defensively. Shellsurf's got it right there. Keeper of the Force is going to go in. No, they spawn some minions right there. Just going to help push a little bit more. Obviously, I showed this portal keeper now. Here goes Raleigh. He says he's tired of waiting. Pebbles going to be the target choice. Nice done, though. He couldn't get the seismic sand. There's the root up on keeper of the force. And now Raleigh's going to start following this up. However, the Song of the Sea coming out for Bubbles. Barbed armor up on Pharaoh. And look at Tempest just melt away. Couldn't even ulti right there. Pharaoh's dropping somewhat. He had the shrunken head up, though. And Pebbles got a great combo off right there. In the meantime, Master of Arms, he's on the run now. Defensive Master's Call. He has the Nature's Veil buff on him as well with that armor and the regen. Trying to make his getaway. Raleigh will be able to pour it out, but Master of Arms, I don't think he's going to be as lucky, unfortunately. There's the poor man's portal key, and Master of Arms will fall. So stay green. A 4-for-1 exchange? Well, I guess Wintermelon's bought back right there.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, and
still.
well, the big thing to note there is, well, no, he didn't buy back. That buyback was actually used earlier.
That was earlier,
why
that's
he
right,
didn't have
yeah.
that portal key as soon as he did. Part of that was an earlier buyback, which I don't think he was able to accomplish much with at the time.
That's right, yeah.
So.
Well, that's even more impressive then. 4-for-1 exchange by Stay Green and turning it around. Turning it around right there. Torture was dropping there in that fight, but that shrunken head, of course, doing work for him. And ultimately keeping him alive, and I'm sure Slicks was able to dish out plenty of damage there. So they finally get that middle tower push on top of that as they win that fight. So got to be feeling a little bit better now if you're Stay Green. Opened up a little bit as far as their success here. The gold advantage, though, I mean, it's still pretty much identical. There's really no difference at this point now. It was slightly ahead of complexity, of course, just before that fight, but now it's at an even point. Experience is starting to pull ahead a little bit for Stay Green. Shrunken Head just finished on Pebbles. You got the Acolyte Staff on Torturer, so you do have some big item pickups, too, coming up here for Stay Green's Stay Green's side on top of it all. That's good for them, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely holding out quite well. At this point, I'd actually like to see a Shrunken Head here on Rally. They're doing a great job of keeping him locked down as soon as he jumps in with the Compel. You know, he wants to get his ulti off, but just chain stuns, and he's not doing it. So from here, a Shrunken Head could benefit him greatly.
Yeah, that last fight, he jumped Pebbles, went for the Seismic Slam on him, but you're right, the chain stun started to happen and couldn't really get it off. I don't even know if he ended up using it the whole time, so.
Yeah, so that's my vote as far as what he should go. Moon farming quite well, still 1,800 gold. At this point, they just need to maybe build up a little bit more. I mean, they invested a lot into trying to kill Torture that fight, and he just sort of walked away in the end with a couple hundred health.
Yeah.
No more follow-up really coming out. Is that... Okay, that's the sheep stick. That,
yeah, it's finished. Slicks is farming again very well on Torturer. 415 gold per minute here. Master of Arms did go the Shieldbreaker route, by the way. He's got the level 1 Shieldbreaker of that now.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Let's continue to work off that minus armor aspect for his team's sake.
Oh, hell no!
No denying the middle tower, it looks like. Coming out there from Swindlemelons, and again, Conqueror still in his pit. Kind of walking into the wall right there on my screen, but...
Right, wouldn't be surprised to see a portal key potentially picked up by Slicks next. He does do that a lot, maybe not.
Seems like it's built.
Yeah, a portal key sheep stick just allows you to do those pickoffs. Even a 1,500 health target you can pretty much bring down instantly, catching him out of position that way.
Stay Green, again, with these big item pickups comes the push to follow, so that's what they're going to accomplish right here. This first tower, if you're Complexity, probably not interested too much in it. They are somewhat counter-pushing a little bit in the middle and the top lane, not really towers nearby, but not much they're going to do down here either. So tower easily falls in favor of Stay Green, and they might as well continue, of course. Barrier Rattle in the works for Tempest. He has got sitting on that Shaman's Head just now. And about another 860 gold saved up, so we'll hopefully for Stay Green's sake have that going into the next fight. Not going to continue to push, however. They will start to fall back and instead just clean up the Legion jungle here and get Complexity to respond with cleaning up the creep wave. So level 2 Shieldbreaker now finished on Master of Arms.
Right, I mean, it is an even game right now as far as resources are concerned. You become a little bit worried for Complexity because you saw they did have the advantage going into the past 2 fights and they wound up losing them. A little bit of overextension, or maybe the initiation didn't go quite how they wanted it to. SG played very well on top of it. Yeah, that being said, it is still pretty evenly paced. They definitely can still come out ahead here.
Yeah, of course. I mean, again, it's one more time. I mean, this is it. The winner of this wins Cycle 6, so...
Yeah, Rally's at 3,400 gold almost. He's getting close to the Shrunken Head if he does want to go that route.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't frequently see Rallies do that after getting their PK, especially not with a Barrier Idol, but I just do feel like it would be... they need more burst in their initiation. I feel like that'd be one way to accomplish that.
I mean, you look at the Hellborn lineup, too. This is a very magic-oriented team, especially with the Farm Torturer, so... that's even more reason to want to invest into that Shrunken Head, obviously.
Well, yeah, that too. I was just thinking more, of course, in lines with the initiation damage, just getting that guaranteed seismic slam off.
Yeah.
Now, outside of maybe a Tempest, Elemental Void, or maybe a Tablet pushing them away, it helps.
Yeah, sure.
Demonic Breastplate.
He is going Demonic, though.
Yeah.
And he actually might run into Tempest here. Holy crap. Okay, Portakey's away, though. Going the Demonic route instead. Again, it's a funky item somewhat on Rally because of his passive. Still helps the team ultimately, but...
Of course, yeah, he does still have his team. They are going Shield Breaker. It's only -1 armor more.
all the thought, though. So we're going to Rally, though. He's going to get caught right here. He does a little bit tankier because of that Demonic, but will he ultimately stay alive? He has Compel. Here comes a return. Wrath of the Pharaoh coming in. Kelf going to be applied. Master's Call was used on a Rally defensively right there, and he's just going to continue to run away. Complexity does not want to fight right now. Sheepstick on a Pharaoh. Pharaoh's going to be chased down. He's going to be dove on. Can he at least get the barbed armor off? No, he cannot. Moon Meander will fall. Complexity just very disoriented right there on what they exactly wanted to do, it seemed like. And they tried to save them in the end, but Pharaoh does get picked off there. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe because Keeper of the Force, maybe it's Master of Arms and Keeper not near enough, but...
Yeah, and just they were sort of out of position there, man. They got caught off guard. Pharaoh went in to try to save him. I mean, he uses ulti in a situation where he wasn't able to get the follow-up damage off right away. And that being said, they just didn't want to fight under those terms. It's still okay, but I don't know.
Well, you look at that. He buys back, actually. State Green was doing Kongor, and Complexity had that in mind. They went to respond to it, but State Green saw the buyback and immediately fell back.
They are going to be scouted here by Z-Freak's Ward, so they're not going to be able to get any sudden pick off. It is up there. Yeah, map control, they really do have the lockdown here on this bottom half.
Yeah. Pharaoh is obviously with that buyback, putting him back a little bit, but no, on the Hellflower here. He's the first Arcana picked up, of course. Great for them. And 1,100 gold saved up for Master of Arms in the meantime. Just about, at least. Working on finishing. He does have the level 3 Shieldbreaker, I believe. Yes, he does.
He does.
So, where he goes from here, we'll see. More damage in the Savage Mace, perhaps, but...
The Portal Key. Did you mention that? It was picked up by Torture as well.
Nope, I did not. But yeah, that's Slick's playing his Torture. This has pretty much been his build the last 4 games, 5 games we've seen it here, so... Sheepstick, Portal Key, Shrunken Head, Gnome's Wisdom. Not going the Tablet route, even with the Pharaoh on the other team.
Well, Chesty picked it up and figures 1 is enough there. He just wants to be able to survive because... Oh, okay, never mind.
Something crazy. So yeah, Rally going the Demonic Breastplate route, but could still now very likely go for a Shrunken Head next, but obviously will be a little bit longer before something like that happens. At this rate, another 2,000 gold now saved up by Master of Arms. It's a 12-9 hero kill game in favor of State Green right now. But
yeah, Complexity definitely just a lot less. You can tell it in their play, a lot less confident. They're not really pushing their advantage anymore. Some fights which they're hoping to win just slipped barely out of their grasp, and at this point they just... Oh, Kongor, they do not want to let this fall. That would be...
It's huge. Torture, especially with the token, is big, man. He just has so much return potential in those fights.
Right, and sort of barbed armor you won't even care about at that point. Not that he's tanking up at this point where it's not the biggest deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, though. I mean, again, it is easy for us to say, but Complexity, I do feel like that they could be a little bit more aggressive than they are right now, honestly.
Well, I guess. I mean, I wasn't necessarily saying that they can be. I mean, saying that you can just tell that they're less confident because of how the previous bouts of aggression went.
Yeah.
You know, could have went in their favor, but just slightly outplayed in the team fights maybe, or just didn't pan out the way they wanted it to, and that's just the unfortunate situation they find themselves in. SG trying to lay down the pursuit here.
Jeez.
Just not going to be able to catch anybody.
Really trying to get that Master of Arms, but just a little bit too far away, out of reach. Use the Energizer, of course, and helped him give the burst of speed. So Stay Green again, they attempt to do a little bit of conquer. Rally and finding himself in now in a little bit of an awkward spot. He actually gets the haste rune, however, so that'll be a difference maker there. And he jets on away with it. So Stay Green just grouped up as a team. They'll clean up the jungle here. And still wait for maybe a pickoff, maybe go back to Conqueror again. There is no vision here for Complexity. They're really just relying on instincts and Feral Rockets at this point. Stopping any quick Conqueror attempts, but Feral Rockets are effective for that. As we see yet, and the rocket going out. So, gonna stop any chance.
Riser getting closer to what will ultimately be a shrunken, not a shrunken head, a refresher or a pickup, I meant to say.
Yeah.
Restoration Stone. Just buying time, still a couple thousand off, but you know, by the time he picks it up, we're gonna be looking at another tier 4 item basically coming out for Torture.
Yeah, what is Torture? You know, maybe that Frostfield plate once again here for him too.
It might be. If he's not going to go the massive tankiness, I mean, obviously that is massive tankiness as far as physical damage is concerned, but, you know, if he wants more health.
Oh, we see at the Ancients right here. Rally's sticking in. Tempest was running up, but no, not going to jump in. I thought that was the beginning of a fight, but not going to take advantage of that.
Not today.
Not today, they said. All right, so back to farming we go. And Complexity is actually pulled ahead in the gold lead again.
Yeah.
This farming has been in their favor.
Oh, they've got the Pharaoh effect. That does help.
Yeah, you brought that up. You brought that up earlier. 2,000 gold now saved up on Rally. So maybe, again, is he going to be going that Shrunken Head possibly? Or his own route? 4,300 gold now and counting on Keeper. You talked about the Restoration Stone on him. Very likely to come up. There's the plate mail.
Yep, it is going to be the Frostfield plate.
Yep. A lot of armor you're dealing with, or a lot of physical damage.
You know, yeah, exactly. You're dealing with all the negative armor coming out from the Master of Arms, from the Rally. You don't really want to leave yourself vulnerable to being sort of torn apart by it.
Bubbles, his farm has never really been the best this game, but in case you're hanging in there at 230 GPM. He is a Hellflower now. He's got his core items. Really, he's trying to now finish a core, or because his Arcana, excuse me, trying to finish a Hellflower. Again, Conqueror being attempted by Stay Green. Once again, just trying to chip it away. Try to maybe catch Complexity off guard, but I think Complexity just is not going to have it. The Tormented Soul is just too powerful for that.
Yeah, I need to see a fight happen, man.
Yes.
They're just positioning around each other, going back to farming for so long. I want to see the action get thrown down.
I'm sure everyone does.
He's getting so close.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Torture jumping in on the Master Rods. Oh, he's going to be compelled away, though. The root coming out from Keeper. The Force. Cuts the Seismic Slam. Not doing the most damage, though. Pebbles with that Shuriken Head onto Rally right here. Nobody dead just yet. The Meteor goes down. Here comes Pharaoh now jumping in with Wrath of the Pharaoh. Stopping Pebbles right there. The Mummy Walls goes up. The Barbed Armor activated. He gets chucked out by Pebbles. Pebbles going to be low. Nice Rally with the Seismic Slam in the face of Pebbles right there. Gets the kill, but now Rally in some trouble himself. He's trying to be on the run. Will not be enough, though. Keeper the Force came in. He's a little bit too late. Now, Riser actually in a tough spot here. It's Glacius nearby. But that is Rally buys back, by the way. So only 1-for-1 exchange throughout all that, but Rally buys back. He is looking to come back into this fight, and now Stay Green realizing quickly they need to run. Pebbles cannot buy back even if he wanted to. Bubbles in a lot of trouble right here. He's going to be frozen. KZ will be finished off right here, it looks like. This could mean Conqueror now for the Legion team here, especially with Pebbles staying dead. Bubbles can buy back, but without Pebbles, it's going to be pretty difficult, so...
Man, it's always hilarious to see the, at the end of that, the take cover during the Frost, what is it called? The Ice Imprisonment ability from Glacius.
He just stands there.
So it looks like there's an ice block there, but all of the spells are missing.
Yeah. You see the Winged Courier here from the Hellborn team just scouting out, trying to say, oh, they're going to go for it. Torture jumps in. Conqueror's going to fall right here. Who's going to get the token alive? It's still on the ground. It's picked up by Bubbles. The tip is off. Ultimate offer to the side. And Stay Green making some big plays right here. Rally is still alive. The Master of Arms doing plenty of damage in the meantime with those right-click auto attacks. Tempest topping away. Nice cap fill coming in from Bubbles. He's the one with the token. He's going to help burst down Master of Arms right there. Glacius going for the port out. It will not be successful, though, and now Glacius will fall. How about that? Hat-trick coming out for Z-Freak right there. Stay Green making the risky yet the very big plays, and now they're going to push on Complexity.
Yeah, huge turnaround from Stay Green. Like, I thought for sure they'd be having it, but yeah, the pickup on the token by Bubbles, man. The turnaround, damn.
Yeah, and that's of course you can't stress enough how huge it is. The fact that they did that without Pebbles, remember, is big. I mean, Chessie got a great ultimate over the cliff right there, locking down several heroes. Torture ended up dying. He obviously fought back here, but Bubbles, KheZu making the big snipe plays. He picks up the token. They're pushing as a team. Pebbles actually jumps in way down here on a rally. They're going to follow it up as a team. Can Rally get away with the compel? No, he cannot. He just gets locked down way too much. This tower is going to fall. Master of Arms can fight back through all this, by the way. But again, it's not really worth with who is up right now. Keep the forces up. The melee racks will go down. The ranged racks are going to fall. And that'll probably be the getaway point here for Stay Green. Looks like they make over the secondary top tower here. So Stay Green holding strong. And now they got some good advantages going on in their favor all of a sudden.
Yeah, I thought Complexity, you know, with that rally buyback, with the momentum coming from that fight, I thought it might have been their moment to shine this game, take it back of what has been sort of a shaky mid game for them, and yeah, not being allowed to happen here. Hellflower is on Bubbles. He's got the token. It's just looking crazy.
Whoa, Complexity. I mean, so you're down 9,400 gold all of a sudden. You're down 10,000 experience if you're Complexity here. Obviously now you have to deal with the token of life on Bubbles. Do you feel like do you still feel like that maybe Complexity has that late game potential, or with where the game's at right now, they can't bank on that anymore?
They can't bank on that anymore. Not at all. Momentum's definitely shifted very much. So we've seen buybacks happen in the later part of this game as well, coming out from Complexity, which, you know, buybacks too from SG, but in the end, I mean, no, they cannot bank on that anymore. Torture is sort of out of his mind right now. Yeah. Hellflower on Bubbles is definitely going to be a huge pain.
Well, I mean, they will have Master of Arms, who he did pick up the Firebrand here, so, you know, going to be going for that Geometer's Bane, and could definitely have that here shortly.
I would definitely wait for the, at this point, they're going up against a token. They need to just wait it out. Try to get what they can, get that Restoration Stone up. But I guarantee you SG's going to sit up there, walk up to the base and do what they do, and, you know, sort of force them out, force them to go defend the tower and take the fight on their terms, which is very worrisome. I mean, they need to sort of skirt around here and just finish up a couple pickups and wait for that token duration to drop.
Yeah, that's what they know how to do best, and that's what they're going to do down here at the bottom lane, at least push a secondary tower. Maybe not in the base just yet, but Restoration Stone right-clicked right there on Keeper of the Forest. So he finally was able to pull up the gold for it, and he has purchased it. There's the Geometer's Bane, so in a sense, Complexity's all in. They ain't buying back, even though they have buyback options. They just don't have the gold for it right now because of what they invested into. But they're basically making a statement that we need to win this fight here. We can't resource on buybacks. We need to get maximum potential going into this fight. So right now, Olo ported back. Rally joins them as well. You got the Hellborn team currently in Stay Green, not going up just yet. Again, Bubbles the one with the token. So at least it's not the Torturer. That's I guess kind of a good thing that you have if you're Complexity here. But
yeah,
still,
that's a good point. But Torturer, very tanky at this point. 2,100 health. He's got the Frostfield plate. He's got.
Here we go. Pebbles are gonna be the one jumping. Chucks back Master of Arms right there. That first root coming out though. Barrel's going off. Barbed armor on to Pharaoh. In the meantime, Torture in the background just has that ultimate activated. The Impalement is up. Master of Arms dishing out so much damage though. Standing his ground right here. He is doing plenty, especially with the Geometer's Bane, but now he's being locked out as I say that. Seismic Slam on a Torture. Torture is gonna fall. No, the Storm Spirit at the last second. Barely keeping it alive. Finally going down. Bubbles again will die, but the token alive going to bring him back up. Freeze there on a Tempest in the meantime. Keeper of the Forest jumping back into the fight. He's already double rooted. Down goes Keeper or Tempest right there though. Bubbles now on the run. Again, the token alive obviously already used. There's the compel, and he is going to lock him down. KheZu will fall right here. Again, the take cover coming out, but it doesn't matter. KheZu goes down. They save the tower, and Complexity fights on Pharaoh with the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Catches Pebbles actually, who was thinking about coming back into the fight. Can they get him before the portal key? 1 second. No, they cannot. He will portal key away, and I believe he will make us get away. Oh, nice little double damage in there too. But
yeah, I mean, that would have been a huge pick off onto the Pebbles right there. There are no more buybacks coming out from Pebbles. There's no more buybacks coming out from Torture.
Yeah.
Tension definitely increasing. The Restoration Stone came out at the perfect timing there. No doubt a huge part of the victory there for Complexity as they were able to mount the comeback in their base. It gave so much room for Master to sort of move around and do his thing pretty safely in his base with all that lockdown. And meanwhile, Hellflower almost coming out for Pharaoh. He has no more buyback, so I mean, he's pretty much all in on that.
Yeah. Man, oh man, this is This is it. I mean, again, this is it here. This is definitely turning out to be quite the epic finish here in these grand finals for cycle number 6. Stay Green versus Complexity. Winner of this game are your cycle 6 champions, and deservingly so. And it is coming down to a very, very good finish. We're now 52 minutes in here. And Complexity getting some momentum themselves. Now, the big picture, they still have their middle racks down, so that's obviously going to continue to play a role. And now we got State Green. They're going to actually group up yet again and just try to keep the momentum up here, if anything. Tempest Ultimate not up for another minute, but they still just want to make the plays.
Yeah, they can play it safe. What was I say? Oh, look at Glacius, by the way. 1,800 gold saved up. He's near a new item pickup himself. Maybe just wind up going for a push book or something, or
yeah,
we'll see.
Oh, yeah,
but
that Barbed Armor on Rally too. Yeah, that's good.
Actually makes a lot of sense given that Torture is AoE. Why reflect damage from only one source? Double it up.
Yeah, hell, all 5 get it if you can.
Yeah, I can agree with that. All 5, yeah.
Hellflower, it's very close to being finished on Moonmeander, by the way. I know he got another Steam Staff, so he just needs to finish off the 3rd Arcana, though.
Right.
Which could be very shortly here. Obviously, really can't sell anything, so... Well, he could maybe sell the Helm of the Black Legion if he really values that Hellflower coming up, but... nope, not gonna need it just yet. Stay Green falling back. The double damage rune is activated on Pebbles currently. 565 damage coming out from him in terms of auto attacks right now, but...
Holy crap.
Not gonna find anyone with it, though. That is good for Complexity.
Yeah, sort of waiting out here. This next Conqueror man, that's going to be the telling tale of this game.
I wonder how long. It's probably another 2-3 minutes here before Conqueror. We're definitely going to be coming up. Double damage Pebbles again, still roaming around. It is going to wear off here, though. Just going to have a couple more creeps.
54 minutes in, man. The game is still in anyone's favor. I mean, that's got to, neck and neck. This game decides everything. It's got to be what you just.
Yeah, no. Again, this is what you like to see, man. I mean, it really is. Obviously, we've had a little bit of delays. You definitely got to take the bad with the good, though. But definitely the good outweighing the bad here. I mean, we've had a great series so far. It's coming down to an awesome, awesome finish here, and you really could not have asked for anything more. So. I'm sure you guys at home, tuning in on the edge of your seats as well. This is definitely an awesome, awesome game, and going to be a pretty good finish, at least. Well, no matter how it finishes, it's going to be great, let's be honest. So, 55 minutes coming up here. The Hellflower, again, it's getting very, very close. He just picked up an Apprentice robe, I saw, so he literally is just a Scarab now away from actually finishing it off. Axe of the Malphite, by the way, just purchased on Torturer. So, again, he's completely out of buyback, so...
Yeah,
he's just bulking up.
After that behemoth's hard.
Yep. He ain't buying back, so might as well stay alive at this point.
Yeah. I mean, he'll probably get rid of his Gnome's Wisdom at this point.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of mana from his other sources. Did he purchase it and sell it, or is that 3,500 on top of it?
Like, he must have sold it. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so not going to go that route.
Yeah.
Or at least not yet. I don't know. Maybe just going to wait and see if he needs to pick up something responsibly.
Again, it doesn't have the buyback, so I'm not saving up for that. But yeah, maybe something else changing his mind. But
that's actually something really big to note, though, because he is their carry hero, and they carry hero without buybacks. That takes away a lot of momentum.
Yep. Sure does. Raleigh just pushing out the middle lane with the rest of his team here. Of course, it's important for them to keep up. 34 more 100 gold saved up on Master of Arms. He's working on, be him finishing off his item set here.
They should give Pharaoh just one creep wave, man.
Yeah, I know.
Hellflower.
Just let him finish.
No, I mean,
he's gonna
got Ancients here. He just want to get.
Yeah, he'll clean these up.
He's gonna go for it.
All right, so he will have the Hellflower. Looks like level 25 Torture. By the way, he's the first one to do so. Closest next line is actually to Rally, who's 24. But here we go. Some Conqueror attempts coming out here from Stay Green. Going to try to be sneaky once again. If anything, maybe bait out Complexity in a bad spot. Obviously, again, Complexity is aware.
Well, I mean, the timing is perfect, though. I mean, they did get the Hellflower just finished on Pharaoh, so if they're going to have to fight this, I mean, they got what they wanted.
There you go. Right-click Behemoth Star from Torture.
Okay. Just waiting until he could buy the entire thing out before selling his gnomes, figuring, hey,
didn't want to give it
I'm
away.
just gonna wait and see if I need anything else. Nope, Behemoth's hard time.
3,000 life on top of some massive regens.
Needs more life. Not nearly enough life.
Yeah, right. He's beefy. Rally's up there too, by the way. 2,500 life himself. He doesn't have a Behemoth's Heart. He is strength, though. He's invis right now, and actually, if Torture's not careful here, oh, we could. Torture's somewhat baiting, though, obviously, but...
Yeah, 3,000 life gives you that window a little bit.
The Wrath of the Pharaoh, yes, he does go into Tempest right there. The coL on top of that, gonna be tapping out, though. Tempest will be fine. Frostfield play going out. Barrier will be used. There's the Tempest ultimate, locking down Pharaoh and Rally. Barbed armors are up. Plenty of return damage, but Pharaoh will fall. Master of Arms, the offensive Master call in the background, trying to put in the kills for the Tempest. Not going to be enough, though. The shock happening from Pebbles. Trying to maybe get Keeper the Force. There's the first root coming over Keeper the Force. That is just, no, that was the second root, actually. Master of Arms able to dish out his damage. Pebbles and Tempest are down. Can Master of Arms do enough damage right here? Luna barely stays alive. Torture is still alive, but doesn't have any mana. And Torture without mana, not nearly as scary, of course. So he will have to fall back, too. I don't know. I mean, did anyone really win that fight in your mind?
I mean, Glacius dropped. I mean, okay, you can say it was 3 for 2, but Glacius dropped. Major cooldowns used on both sides. I mean, you could argue, yeah, it was a 3v2 advantage for Stay Green, but still, it could have gone a lot worse. Torture at this point, well, actually, not really. Wait, what did he? Okay, he's just going to teleport and then transfer the Behemoth's Heart, I guess, for farm here. That being said, yeah, no, almost kind of even. You saw right there, Stay Green played that really beautifully at the start of that fight, saving out. I think the Pharaoh used his Wrath of the Pharaoh onto the Tempest. Instantly, he got sheeped in response after the Mummy Wall was put down, and then the Tempest actually got tableted out and was able to position himself in a way that he could get a beautiful ulti off.
Yeah, the tablet out, he got pushed back massively from the Mummy Walls. I mean, he was way out of that initiation by the time it was all done, so that was definitely big for him.
Yeah, also big was B-Kid taking out Chussie, though, right before he went down as well, landing a great seismic slam.
Yeah. Kongor, again, being attempted here. Swinamelons, or not Swinamelons, Slicks is tanking Kongor. It's about half life now. Not going the fastest, though, and actually Slicks needs to be careful here. He dropped a bit of life. Of course, with the Behemoth's Heart regening fairly quickly, but the Legion team, Complexity, they did make their way over. And they are ready to fight now, looks like. Both teams, all 5. The root, one root is up for Keeper the Force. Doesn't have a double root. But actually, look at this. Our Stay Green, they're trying to be the aggressors. Oh, an offensive blink from Torture right there. Doesn't catch anyone, though. And he'll have to fall back, but the Wrath of the Pharaoh, here we go! Oh, Pebbles in the background, jumps the rest of the team. Pharaoh's left out of no man's land. However, Pebbles is kind of too. He's being beat on by Master of Arms right here. Barbed Armors goes up in the background. The Glacial Downpour, the Bitch War supports are going at it. Sword Spirit using the Glaciers. Master of Arms being locked down, though, and Master of Arms will fall. He can buy back, though, will he? Yes, he'll do it right away. Keeper the Force on the run. Pharaoh just ports out. Keeper the Force with the invis. The portal key away, and I think Keeper the Force might have made his getaway right there. Again, Master of Arms is back in this fight, though. And he is, well, didn't really get to port into anything, but he's running back. But Stay Green has already fallen back, so another case where I think that was only 1 kill. A couple of kills, I guess.
Well, yeah, we got the buyback come out. That was huge. Definitely came out SG's favor there because they forced the buyback there from Master of Arms, and only Z-Freak getting dropped, if I'm wrong.
Yeah. I believe so, yeah. So, kind of basically 1 for 1 there. Buyback, though.
Here's the Kongor attempt, man. They've got all 5 people here. Z-Freak can't buy back. It's going to be a 4v5 here. Keeper doesn't have root for 45 seconds. Tempest Elemental Void is up.
This is what we saw last time, remember? The Bubbles Ninja the token. They're not going to fully go for it, though, as is Complexity. I'm sure that's fresh in their mind. They do not want to let that happen again, and in the meantime, look at their middle base. They do got to worry about that. This is so risky, though. I mean, Kongor is so low. What do you do here?
You can't just give it for free just yet. I mean, they have time to react. They have time to position. Keeper root is up in 20 seconds. The creeps are holding it off. They're okay to wait a bit. I mean, they still have both towers up here.
Yeah, so they got a little bit of time, but Stay Green, very smartly, they're not forcing anything. They know that that's to their advantage, of course. And they're basically telling Complexity, you have to make a decision here shortly. You can't just sit here forever and think that you're going to win the game that way. So
yeah.
They are going to go back into Kongor. Stay Green is full strength now because of that. You see the Courier spotting out. The Shell Surf by Bubbles. Gives him more vision, a very aggressive ward of sight there. Placement Z freaking, here we go. Torture jumps in, actually. Conqueror still plenty of life. There's a Talbot out for Master of Arms right there. Going to be fine for now. Pebbles jumps in, but he's going to be countered quickly by Pharaoh. The Barb Drivers once again going up. Pebbles dropping very fast. By the Tempest ultimate. The Root coming out, though, from Riser. Will be fine for now. Pebbles does get away. Bubbles being locked down in the meantime. Bubbles will fall right there. Conqueror, again, he is still live in the pit. Torture, the Seismic Slam. He's plenty tanky, though, so it doesn't matter too much. It just tickles him. Luna goes down, however, and it looks like Complexity is coming out on top of this fight. The animated tree spawn blocking Tempest a little bit. Cannot get away with the tablet. He will fall. More buybacks being used, I believe, but one by Bubbles right here. He is now completely out. But Complexity does still have the numbers advantage. 5 versus 3 right now in their favor, and into Conqueror they go. They're going to finish it off. Here we go, the ninja attempt. This is it right here. Bubbles goes in, getting in the token. No, he cannot. It's picked up by Pharaoh. That could very likely be the game right there. Complexity, the freeze on a Torture. The barbed armor up again. Bubbles using the take cover, trying to buy the time. Bubbles will fall, though. Pebbles at half-life, goes back in, will take out Pharaoh, but it's Keeper of the Forest, Glaciers, and Pharaoh versus a Pebbles Torture currently. So never mind. I mean, yes, Master of Arms maybe was still up, but no, he was dead. And actually, Stay Green will ultimately hold it off.
Yeah, Pebbles dropped down so low there, man. If they were able to drop down Pebbles in that fight, for sure, you could have maybe even considered the GGs to be coming out. But yeah, forced the buybacks. They're now fresh out of buybacks on, 3 of their incredibly powerful heroes here. Pebbles, Bubbles, Torture, doing so much work. Nice man up there, but Complexity, man, taking the game. Riser in that fight, interrupted the Elemental Void. Pretty much second
all in, all in. Torture going. Look at the World Tree. It's at half-life. Torture going in with the post haste, as does Pebbles. Pharaoh's taking the damage. Got that barbed armor up. He will fall, though. Master of Arms is enough for 20 more seconds. Glacius is going to fall. Stay Green. Stay Green may have just turned this around right here. GGs are being called. Stay Green are going to be your Cycle 6 champions just like that. The post haste ports. The Keeper of the Forest Root comes out. It doesn't matter, though. The World Tree is going to fall, and Stay Green will win. Oh, my God. That just happened, Emperor.
During all of that, I honestly did not. I didn't notice the entire base got torn apart. We were watching the mid lane. Yeah. That fight went on so long. Jesus. That was...
Wow. Well. I sat, I'll be the first to say... What was I thinking? I sat there in the midst, basically at the end of the fight. That could have been the win for Complexity. And literally 10 seconds later, almost seems like Stay Green wins the game. I mean, they get post-haste spot.
I didn't notice those 2 towers drop in that quickly. Yeah. That was a huge decision by them to go back by those post-haste. The jump in at Conqueror, man, it looked like they were really confident going in, but...
Yeah. Well, that's it. Stay Green are your Cycle 6 champions. They pick up their second Cycle victory here. Of course, Cycle number 3, they won as well. They defeated Q Squad there in those finals, but they take out Complexity here. And what obviously was an epic series here. Congratulations to Stay Green. Now, Complexity, they still finished second place. They finished runner-up. You still get a good amount of points and money, obviously. This is still their best finish since for a long time in these cycles here. But that's got to sting, man. I mean, they were so close to taking out Stay Green and being your Cycle 6 champions. But Stay Green held in there, and deservingly so, are crowned it instead. But what a finish once again, man. That was a lot of fun.
Could not have asked for a closer, better finals game.
Yeah.
Complexity, though, I'm proud of how far they went this cycle. It shows that, for Thailand, they are huge contenders. They're still contenders to take #1 even at the end of the entirety of HoN Tour.
Yeah.
I think they've shaped up a lot as a team over the past 2 weeks again. They seem to be in full motion here with the Riser edition, and, they're coming back for the fight.
And again, someone said this in an interview after their GSL victory, and I definitely took it as something, maybe this would affect them going to Cycle 6, that they worked really hard on that GSL event. They really wanted to go to Thailand. They accomplished that, so maybe things, the easy road for them would have been, okay, let's just, we went hard for that. Let's take it easy here in Cycle 6. Is it really that big of a deal? We're comfortably second place. Whatever happens, happens. Clearly, well, at least they played very well, so that showed it itself. And, again, they're all now in Miami. Chelsea just finally getting there this last week. Things are definitely coming together very nicely here for Stay Green, and they pick up Cycle number 6, and in a very, very good manner. So, again, though, what a crazy finish. Complexity, like I said, it's got to sting, but still, this is their best finish since Cycle number 2, actually, when they finished also second place to Trademark Esports there, so...
almost tasting the gold medal again here in this HoN Tour Cycle 6-2. That's got to even be a stronger motivator for Complexity. They know they can pull this off now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing now for Complexity. Obviously, you still, by all means, have HoN Tour to worry about with Cycle 7 and then eventually Cycle 8 and then the Grand Finals after that, depending on how things go. But GSL starts tomorrow. You don't really get much of a break here. You know, you got to get over it quickly in that sense because we got the GSL, that Thailand event, again, where so much is on the line there. It really is. That chance to go to Thailand for your team, compete for a $60,000 prize pool against the best in the world. Complexity, Trademark Esports, amongst many other teams. Really, really, really want that. So what a fun continuation it's going to be tomorrow. But for tonight, things are wrapping up, ladies and gentlemen. It has come to a conclusion. And one more time, Stay Green are your Cycle 6 champions. So I want to go ahead and wrap things up here with that said. So, Emperor, any final words from you here?
No, just enjoyed the series. Looking forward to cycle number 7, especially with some of the roster changes we've been hearing about. Could create a lot of new competition. We'll have to see. Other than that, no. Make sure you can tune in. Follow me at Twitch TV, Twitter, and Facebook at Domain of Pain. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, definitely appreciate you, man, joining me here for all of Cycle 6 for our coverage here with HoN Tour. You know, it was a lot of fun, and you know, here's to more to come. So, all right. So with that said, gonna wrap things up here for tonight. Again, it's been a long day as expected, but a great day at that. Again, Stay Green, your Cycle 6 champions. Ladies and gentlemen, so wrapping things up here. You can follow myself at BreakingCPK. You got HoNcast.com, HoNtour.com, at HoNcast, the HoNcast Facebook. Tomorrow, though, tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. 2200 Central European Time. We'll be starting what is the round of 16 for the GSL North American European Qualifier number 2. Again, on the road to see which team will be going to Thailand with Stay Green. Ladies and gentlemen, until then, have a good night. We'll see you later.